welcome. It's so good to be with you asynchronously. So this video is going to walk you through our lesson. It's going to be 7. So for some of you, you'll be doing this 7-8 before we have class, and some of you will be doing 7-8 after we have class in person this week. It doesn't matter when you do this as long as you get the work and the thinking behind it. So this is going to be a great practice day for us. So we're doing a performance task, and then you'll see this video here on this slide so that you can watch it, and then obviously I'm going to give you a wonderful math pun. It's not yet though, you have to watch the video first. So this is the standard side. As always, you can skip it. It's more for me. Here's our attendance. Please make sure that you're doing the attendance form here. Last week, I was pretty lenient with attendance just because we were getting used to new systems, but this is how I take your attendance. So if you are not doing this form, you are not getting marked present. So if you get marked absent, that's the slide you're going to go to. Today, we are practicing just rational numbers, and then we're looking at algorithms. So what we're going to do today is we will have some quick announcements, we'll do our performance task, and then we'll have time to do some review. This will take up our whole class time, so please make sure that you're using your time wisely. So just as a few announcements, some of you signed up for Remind, some of you have not. That's okay. This is going to be really helpful for like when we have tests or when we have quizzes. So as we start to get more study guides and more complicated concepts, this is something that you might want to have. This week we have homework 2. This will be posted on Google Classroom. So when we click into our Google Classroom, we're going to see our homework tab. You can see that we have math review and a class slide. Some of us had talked about making slides about the pets that we love. And so I gave you guys an example slide, and then you get to make your own. The math review is on Google Forms, and so you're going to submit that by Friday. So this is just a quick slide for you to remember homework, and this one is a reminder about the syllabus. Last week we had some issues with people being able to get into the syllabus, so I've changed the rights for everything, so all of these links should be live. If you have not filled out the student and parent signature and survey, please do that. That helps me a ton. So this is a video for our performance task. After you watch that video, you're going to want to take a quick brain break, and then afterwards you will get started on that performance task. So the performance task is going to be a Google Doc that is linked in Google Classroom. You're going to go through this Google Doc. It looks like this here. You will have your own copy. You can always tell when you have your own copy because your name is going to be up in this top left corner. So you're going to see your name up here. You're going to go through this. And I think the one thing on here that could be a little bit confusing is using Google Draw. So when you use Google Drawing for this, you're going to create a number line. There is a linked how-to video from someone else doing it, but you can also just use this video to help you. You're going to insert a drawing, and then you can make a new one. And in Google Drawing, you are able to do so many things. You can use a pre-populated number line. You can also use these lines to make your own number line. Please remember that if you are using a line, you can also keep it flat, but then you can also, if you're drawing these little ticks, you can do, if it's selected, you can do Control-C to copy and Control-V to paste, and then that way you can just move those lines around and you can create that number line, and it does help you get it pretty evenly spaced out. So when you are working with that number line, you are going to go to Insert a Drawing. So in the performance task, once you are finished, you will then move on to a few practice problems. These are just a quick preview of what's coming in our next chapter. So there's just a few questions here on Pear Deck. There will be a slide where you need to add our tech classes. So some people have been asking me, where's Flipgrid, where's Prodigy, where's Khan? All of these links and codes live in one spot. So this is your one spot for all of those links. So if I ever tell you to go to Flipgrid or go to Prodigy or go to Khan, all of those links live in one spot here. So you're going to take time to add those tech classes, and then at the end of class, you're going to take some practice time. Now, some of you will have already taken the Chapter 1 test by this point. You're all very ready for it. So if you have not taken the Chapter 1 test, you can still use a study guide and a practice game. If you have taken the Chapter 1 test, you're going to use Con to explore some of the concepts that are assigned. You do not need to finish all of these concepts. These concepts are more for practice. So you're going to spend about 25 minutes doing that. At the end of this pear deck, you will go through a checklist of what you have done for the day. And then at the very end, I just want to know how long these pear decks are taking you. They shouldn't be less than 30 minutes. They should be around 90. And so if it's not taking you 90 minutes, you really need that math practice. Please, please, please use Khan or Prodigy if it's not taking you this amount of time. Each day, you should be getting that 90 minutes of math. And then we have our exit ticket to wrap up the lesson. As always, there's an extension because yes, I'm extra, and if you want to be extra, you can be extra too. Today's extension is graphing birds. So I love bird watching. I love sitting in my window and seeing the birds that come by. So you can track these birds and you can make a graph of how many you see for fun. This is not required. You see that big optional there? Yes, that's an optional thing. So our math pun for the day. I don't know if you can handle it. What did 0 say to 8? Nice belt. But have a wonderful day, y'all. Enjoy your performance task. Enjoy the real life connection of how does math connect to the real world. Have a good one, and I can't wait to see you all later.